is we're going to talk about Dragon Age again. Yes, I know, Dragon Age. So it's kind of amazing how some of the stuff, how Dragon Age is kind of written in ways. So there's a character that appeared in, other than Varric, who's appeared in 3 games. He's appeared in Dragon Age 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 4. Although I'm not counting 4 anymore because it really isn't Dragon Age, and in a sense of how Dragon Age evolved, essentially the story, be able to create your own story and stuff like that. Um, what we got is there's another character that appeared in Dragon Age 2, 1, 2, and 4. I don't think Isabella made an appearance in Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. Um, I know Isabella. I played. It's kind of weird. I played through Dragon Age 1 a couple times. I didn't realize the character, and then when Dragon Age 2 came out, I played the character, and I saw the name. The character Isabella was introduced in that game, and it didn't quite hit on me until I went and replayed Dragon Age 1 again. That Isabella made an appearance in Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, and 1 and 2. I don't know if I don't think it's voiced by the same actress. Let me look real quick. I should have done that first because research. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do research? I mean, come on. All right, show more. Come on, give me a Dragon Age Origins, please. I think Isabella made an appearance Dragon Age Origins. Full cast. And I'm going to search for Isabella. If I can spell Isabella right. ISA. One S. Alright, so Isabella was originally voiced by Simmons. Mika Simmons in the original Dragon Age games also voiced Queen Honora, Bella, Dylan, a violent human female, a pearl human female companion, a hood courier, and Emon estate maid. Now, mind you, Isabella is actually in the Pearl, so this woman's doing multiple voices within the Pearl. I don't think she did um, any more voices for Dragon Age. Oh, she did do. Funny. For Dragon Age Inquisition, she was Queen Honora, Charter, and Sienna, and which is funny. And Dragon Age Redemption, she was Honora, Queen Honora. Um, so she kept on doing the voice of Queen Honora, but didn't do for Isabella, which means a different actress came in and did Isabella for the next series. So in Dragon Age, I think the same actress who did it in Dragon Age 2 continued the voice in Dragon Age Inquisition because it sounds like the same individual. So let me look this up while we're doing this because I have fun doing it. Isabella is voiced by Victoria Kruger, who I guess she did. No, wait. I guess Dragon Age. Oh, Inquisition. She does. Isabella does make an appearance in Inquisition. In the Dragon Slayer DLC. I have to go through and play that again. She also did a couple other voices for Dragon Age. Dragon Age 2, Mark of the Assassin. She did the voice of Isabella for that one, of course. And then she did the voice of Isabella for Veilguard. So at least they kept her consistently at that point. But that is not what we're here for. What we're here for is what's called the progression. There was a YouTuber um, on Naughty Games is the account. They did the Isabella evolution from Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard, and they picked some key points that made the rounds already with Isabella, and they picked some other key points for other stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch the video on that, and my chroma key, so I could just so we can see everything. So this is the Naughty Games, the Isabella evolution for Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard. Now, what I like about this is that you can actually see the writing and how the progression of the writing of the character and the dialogue sets, and whatever your opinion is, leave a comment on in the chat, or leave a comment after the video has been posted, and to the various locations, being Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm broadcasting this on all three of those events. So here we go. This is the Isabella evolution for Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard.
Stop playing games, Isabella. We want our money.
I think you forget who you are speaking to. I will give you a chance to leave quietly.
You crazy hussy. Someone needs to put you in your place. He's too good.
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see. You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard.
So, Zevron there actually killed her husband.
And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lomerin. And Isabella, my dear, you will no doubt be amused to discover that I am traveling with a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Charmed. I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I...
Pause. So, if you were a dual-wielding individual, you can actually learn how to... you can actually unlock a combat tech tree with Isabella's character. Just an FYI.
I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game. Do you have something else in mind? Oh, and now you've piqued my interest. It would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer.
You're going with her? I thought you were joking. I can't let you do this. Not without me. Keeping an eye on the both of you.
Who am I to deny such a pretty little thing as yourself, my dear? You are welcome to join us. And what about you, Zev? Shall we? For old time's sake?
Oh, Isabella, you and your ridiculous appetites. Perhaps we should leave it up to our friend here.
Oh my, what have I got myself into?
Ah, that impish smile of yours, Leliana, you little minx. It just gives you away.
Come, my ship is down by the docks, and I am sure you will find my cabins quite comfortable.
Let us never speak of this again.
Yes, I agree.
I don't mind never speaking of it again, as long as we could do it again.
That's a thought.
Am I getting old? Or has Zevran become even more depraved over the years?
I've been about Grey Wardens. Perhaps the taint has rubbed off on me some, huh?
Now, wasn't there something you wanted from me? A lesson, perhaps?
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
And here I thought the only men in this place were besotted fools who couldn't hoist the mainsail.
When you talk about hoisting the mainsail, what do you really mean?
What else could it mean? It requires strength, knowledge of rigging, and a small measure of sobriety.
I know my way around rigging just fine. And I'm good with my hands.
Oh my. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know.
So, as a reference to the first game where she was in Denerim, that's where you met Isabella and the Pearl.
That look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
Looking to fight? So, Tash prized the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye. Oh, my.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Like, the size of a horse?
30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon. How'd you get up there? They carved the scales, made okay handholds. And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it. Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry. What are you doing? Pulling a barb. Oh, okay.
A barb?
Tradition.
So, why would Tosh be asking, what are you doing, if Tosh knows they're intimately that way, that they were working together? I don't get it.
Pulling a barb. Oh, okay.
A barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot.
Well, here's a question. It's like, if that was a tradition, why didn't it appear in Dragon Age Inquisition when you had the conversations there? Why didn't it appear in Dragon Age 2 when they talk about when Isabella was conversing with your character all of Dragon Age 2? The Lords of Fortune was never a comment in any of the stuff. So I don't understand how she's been a part of Lords of Fortune for majority of her life when again never mentioned it, never mentioned the faction, never mentioned anything about it.
Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a barv. Oh, there we go.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barv, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're...
In the previous versions of Dragon Age, whenever Isabella mentions sweating a little, it has nothing to do with making up for somebody. It has everything else to do with sex.
Sorry, though.
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay, yes, some people might do that.
Pulling a barv puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tarsh's back.
Oh, Tarsh isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
So, you either learn to make fewer mistakes, or you get gigantic muscles.
Or both. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tarsh is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yelled that we'll get them out of there, and Tarsh just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach, I get, but did it really have...
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well... I don't know what...
It's fine.
No! They're your favorite.
Lara, I know you're sorry, but you did mess up.
I know.
And what do we do when we mess up?
Yes, you're right. I'm pulling a barv. 1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
Canary, they just kind of screwed it over, and it's really, really annoying in that sense because Canary as a race, as an ideology, is kind of... I may not agree with it, but I like the fact that they had it as a background thing, that they dealt with situations in that sense. And it's what Dragon Age Veilguard kind of destroys and ruins when they say that they are incorporated everything great about the original Dragon Age, and then all of a sudden they don't. I mean, to me, they physically lied. Lied to us and lied to everybody else in that sense, where they I'm gonna have to watch this. I may talk to this stuff later. And I'm gonna talk about Veilguard because I had passion for the game. I have passion for BioWare, for Mass Effect and stuff, and I am I'm one of those people that feel disappointed that they kind of, like I said, they claim to be fans of the game. They claim they made the game for the fans of this. The claim is they made the game for the fans of Dragon Age, and then come to find out that they admit that no, it's when you read everything about it, you read all the stories, you read all the dialogue that went into it, and it's no, they didn't make it for the fans. They made it for themselves. They made the game that they wanted their stuff put into it. They took an established franchise and says we're just going to rewrite everything and screw everything else. Especially how I found out what happened, why they took away the options of importing from Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3 into Dragon Age Veilguard, because the idea is, well, we're just going to wipe everything out anyway, so it doesn't, whatever choices you made doesn't matter. So it's all what we tell you is that matters, and that's what it comes down to, and that's what makes me really hard not to play the game is when I find out those situations. I mean, I would have quit playing. I'm not going to demand my money back. I do support BioWare still, sort of, in the sense that I will occasionally give them money for things that needs to be given to, but I still feel that they kind of screwed us over, all for the sake of DEI and all for the sake of equity and inclusion. Because as someone pointed out, that roughly how many male companions are there that you get to travel with in Dragon Age Veilguard? 2 that I know of. Is it 2? Which again, it's fine. I have no real issue with it. But just it's one of those little nitpicky things they pointed out. Let's see. No, three: Lucanus, Emmerich, and Harding. No, Davrin. So, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 female companions. Which again, that doesn't bother me as much. I mean, you can always look and see how many companions it had in the other ones, and it's kind of the same numbers. I mean, the first game you had Wynn, Liliana, I'm trying to remember it. Wynn, Liliana, Morgan, Sten, or Ogren, who was, I think, yeah, Ogren, and it was a balance. It was 6, 3, and 3. Excuse me. Yeah, it was 3 and 3. No, 4 if you count Zebrin, so it was 4-3. So kind of opposite here. And in Dragon Age 2 companions, let's see. Dragon Age 2. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Depending on what class you played, you would have your brother or sister. Let's see. But you would have 4 females if you had Bethany as a companion. And she's only there half the time. Same thing as your brother. And the same thing with the. No, you would have more male characters because Sebastian was a DLC add-on, and then you have Varric, Anders, Fenris, Varric, and that's it. No, not really. You can have 4 females and 3 males initially if you didn't get the DLC, or you can have 4 males and 3 females. Depends on what class you pick for that game. Let's see. God, I hate this. In Dragon Age 3, the companion list, you have Cole, Blackwall, Iron Bull, Darian, Solus, and Vivian. So in this one, the male to female ratio is a bit off. Although kind of Cole is, indifferent because the fact that Cole was a spirit inhabit a human's body. Dorian, of course, is the gay individual in the party, which no one gave a deal about. Iron Bull is for everybody. He's bisexual. Oh, they're missing. No, they're missing. Who am I missing? Missing the list. Cassandra's missing. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3 females and a lot of butt ass males. Which majority of the time I had Sarah in my party. I've had Vivian in my party majority of the time because I like their abilities. Cassandra, if I'm not playing a warrior class, I'll have Cassandra in my party for that reason. And then of course you have your advisors, which is 2 females and a male. And then you have the DLC contacts, Volta and Rena for the Descent. So it's kind of weird. It really is. That you have to have a hard balance between the companions so much. But the way the companions are written in each of the Dragon Age games, 3 is the worst one, or 4 is the worst one. When it comes to backstories, side quests, and just generalized interactions with the individuals. I really never look forward to it. And again, I haven't gone into it too much in the gameplay. I have 3 companions right now. That is the 3 that you can get from the beginning, and that's it. That's all I have. I every time I see a new video, every time I see a new review, it just makes me less and less want to play the game. Because I don't want to deal with those moments. I don't want to deal with those the writing, the dialogue writing is just and it's usually when Tosh comes into play, and also Balara, it just doesn't feel right listening to the dialogue that they have, because the dialogue just seems off. I mean, as I pointed out, you bring Morgan into Dragon Age Veilguard, and she's just a standing NPC at the Owen Village so far, not doing anything. And Balara seems to know more than Morgan, but Morgan's also part of